Right, Dharmesh, there you are. Let's talk Bruno Fernandes. Is he going to be a Man United player come the start of next season?
I think the next few days are really, really crucial because we know that Al Hilal are prepared to pay around £100 million to sign Bruno Fernandes. They're prepared to pay him around £700,000 a week to make him one of the most highest paid players in world football. It's our understanding that Bruno Fernandes still hasn't made a decision about whether he wants a new challenge and to leave Manchester United for Saudi Arabia. We understand that he's speaking with his family because not only is it going to be a big move for him, it's clearly going to be a huge move for his family as well. So I think these are really, really crucial days, Mike, with regard to the future of Bruno Fernandes. As far as Manchester United are concerned, they do not want to sell Bruno Fernandes. They haven't received a formal offer as yet. And I'm told that they will only consider any kind of offer for Bruno Fernandes if, of course, an offer comes in, but if Bruno Fernandes makes it clear to them and communicates to them that he does indeed want to seek a new challenge. So that is a situation that Bruno Fernandes and Manchester United find themselves in at the moment. You could argue, look, on the pitch, they can barely afford to do without him because of how he performed last season. Where would they have been had Bruno Fernandes not performed like he did? But then off the pitch, you kind of have to ask yourself the question, can they afford not to accept a bid that is worth around £100 million for someone who's going to be 31 in September? He's got 2 years left on his contract at Manchester United. He signed it quite recently. It runs until 2027. United clearly don't want to sell, but if Bruno Fernandes makes noises, I want to see what they've got to say, see what they offer, then Manchester United will then weigh it up.
It's a really interesting one.
Back to the transfer show. Dharmesh and Kaveh still with me, and Manchester United are in advanced talks with Royal Antwerp goalkeeper Sen Lamens. Dharmesh, what is the latest?
Yeah, so he was pulled out of their squad for Royal Antwerp yesterday for their game against KV Mechelen. Now, that was a decision of the club because he actually wanted to play. And the reason the club pulled him out is because they didn't want to risk anything happening to him with a deal with Manchester United, according to them, being quite far down the line. Talks, we're told, are advancing over a deal that's worth £17.3 million with the payment structure currently under discussion. Personal terms for Lamens not expected to be a problem at all. Now, initially, Manchester United wanted to bring in Sen Lamens to add to their goalkeeping department. So they have Tom Heaton, Altay Bayindir, Andre Onana, and now Sané Lamens as well. However, I'm told today that we shouldn't rule out a potential departure from the Manchester United goalkeeping department should Lamens, as expected, join Old Trafford. Now, you remember yesterday, Andre Onana was on the bench. Altay Bayindir started his second Premier League game in a row. Onana wasn't in the squad at all in the first game because Ruben Amorim said he hadn't been training and he hadn't had enough game time. And so it was a big decision to leave him on the bench at the Fulham game yesterday.
Yeah, and Amorim tried to get him, didn't he, at Sporting Lisbon, I think, a few years earlier. Dharmesh, also update on Rasmus Højlund for us?
Yeah, this one looks like it is moving now. Napoli remain in talks with Manchester United over the signing of Rasmus Højlund. Discussions are understood to be positive, with Napoli exploring a loan with an obligation to buy. Now, we do know that Manchester United would consider offers of around £40 million. Now, if it's a loan with an obligation, it would probably contain a loan fee and the obligation price together. All of that would come to around 40 million is what Manchester United would want. It's thought, more importantly, that Rasmus Højlund is open to the move after negotiations between Napoli and his representatives as well. Earlier on in this transfer window, AC Milan went in for Rasmus Højlund. They went in with a loan with an option to buy. Now, Manchester United's preference has always been to have a permanent element in any deal. And Rasmus Højlund, if he was to leave Manchester United, because remember, he said, I want to fight for my place. But if he was to leave, he wanted a permanent element included in that deal as well. And I think the prospect of Champions League football with Napoli has basically lifted his incentive to maybe want to go and join there. And he's seen former teammates like Scott McTominay go there and
absolutely
become a Ballon d'Or nominee.
Yes.
He was again omitted, you'll remember, from the squad against Fulham yesterday.
Yeah.
Man United to complete €25 million signing within 48 hours. Manchester United are confident that they will have the signing of Royal Antwerp goalkeeper Sen Lammens wrapped up within the next 2 days. After securing the arrivals of Matheus Cunha, Brian Mbeumo and Benjamin Sesko, the Red Devils initially prioritized the signing of a new midfielder. But it quickly became clear that the budget did not permit the arrival of an immediate upgrade on Ruben Amorim's current options. Carlos Baleba was viewed as a top target, but Brighton's not-for-sale stance meant that it would have required well in excess of €100 million just to get the Seagulls to engage in negotiations. A change of plans has since seen Man United hold talks with Royal Antwerp over shot-stopper Sen Lammens amid the club's ongoing search for a reliable number one. Lammens is said to be keen on the move, but personal terms still need to be finalized. Discussions with Antwerp have also proved somewhat tricky due to the Belgian side's changing demands. Man United to sign Lammens this week. Having presented an initial offer in the region of €17 million, Man United then discussed a deal worth €20 million. However, Antwerp are now said to be demanding up to €25 million for the 23-year-old. Despite this, there is growing optimism that a deal will be struck before the deadline. In fact, according to journalist Christopher Michel, Man United are confident of having this signing wrapped up within the next 48 hours. Altay Bayindir has so far been Amorim's first-choice goalkeeper in this nascent season, and Michel posits that Lammens may be integrated slowly, initially starting out as a number 2 or even number 3 behind the out-of-favour Andre Onana. So far, there are no suggestions that Onana will be sold before the 1st of September, leaving Man United stuck with 4 senior goalkeepers if Lammens arrives. The Saudi window remains open until the 10th of September, though, so there is the possibility of Pro League clubs reigniting their interest in the keeper. Chelsea hoping to agree bargain £25 million fee with Man United for Alejandro Garnacho following weeks of negotiations for winger. Chelsea are hoping to negotiate a bargain £25 million, $33.7 million, transfer fee with Manchester United for their out-of-favour winger Alejandro Garnacho before the summer transfer window closes. Garnacho is in Ruben Amorim's bomb squad, after his fallout with the manager following the Europa League final loss to Tottenham last season. Garnacho has been frozen out of United's first-team squad and is unlikely to play under Amorim again. He has been linked with a move away from Old Trafford this summer, with Chelsea being deemed as favourites to sign the Argentine winger. According to the Daily Mail, the Blues are now hoping to reduce the Red Devils' £50 million, $67 million, asking price for Garnacho as they are prepared to negotiate and bring down the fee to between £25 million and £35 million. With the transfer window closing next Monday, United might be forced to sell the 21-year-old below their previous valuation. Garnacho has offers from several top European sides, including German champions Bayern Munich, but the Argentina international has reportedly made up his mind to only move to Stamford Bridge.